Hey there, decision maker. I'm going to close out 17 January with a quick review of Trump. I'm going to pierce through the veil for you a little bit based upon the fact that these guys are going to do a ring around Mars and come back with everything they have. So he spoke in Florence, Arizona, and I'm going to give you some highlights. I listened to the speech. There's an allegation that it wasn't really him, that it could have been a body double of some description. Doesn't really matter. If he would have been there, it would have been what he would have said. So, to set the stage, we know that angels are extraterrestrial. His point of origin is Mars, and he was born as an ascended master into this world to be a product of and destruction to what I see as the Western storyboard. So I'm going to work specifically on Trump here, but I'm also going to kind of work on something else while I'm talking to you and see what comes up. Okay, so I had that saved already. Because I'm going to talk out loud about a second thing that I'll have positioned regarding his, let's call it his children. So I'll begin with this. This is a readout from others that listened to him and highlighted what he said. So, first of all, the irony, of course, he uses the term fake news, which is true. You know, when they're talking about him, it's fake news. When they're talking about everything else, you know, he's kind of with it. So when he says fake news, it's the anger to incite the rage. And so he expresses this anger because that's a basic function of dysfunction to create just raw conflict. Again, the election fraud and everything else that he's angry about, the election fraud and everything else. I did the job for free. I told you Biden was bad, even though he's working for me. I'm just mad. I'm mad. Now, he's going to talk about things COVID. Let's see what's missing. The word vaccine, yes or no. And again, I didn't listen to the whole thing, but the COVID testing was described as weird and wrong to help the no-vax crowd to go, yeah, even though I took it, it was weird when I stuck it up my nose and they planted some stuff in there, and even the president said it's wrong, so it must be really wrong. Then he got on to Big Pharma, and the problem with them, they're making a lot of money. What, with masks and tests? That's the problem. No vaccine, no warp speed not tested on animals, people dying. It's the masks that they're making money on and the tests. So again, the right vibe. I showed you a picture of a woman that was wearing a shirt that said, "My son died of COVID and I'm still voting for Trump." So it's her right here. And then allegedly he used the term stage a comeback. Which, you know, you can go 50-50 on that. If the guy got knocked out and he's coming back in 2024, he wants to come back. But again, he's still got this election fraud thing going, and the people that are going to be possibly coming in. And I'm just telling you that we're in the season of the third temple and the comeback of the madness. In addition to all this U.S. government, Trump made a press appearance in California. That's what this is. All right, so to jump, you know, to stuff to close out on Trump. This is him and his son. I don't know when it was. Fairly recently, must have been. Know that Area 51 is where the Greys are, the big heads. They're biological big heads that can manipulate consciousness. So this is a discussion.
Before you leave office, will you let us know if there's aliens? Because this is the only thing I really want to know. I want to know what's going on. Would you ever open up Roswell and let us know what's really going on there?
So many people ask me that question.
I know, it sounds almost ridiculous, but it's actually the real question I want to know.
It sounds like a cute question, but it's actually, there are millions and millions of people that want to go there, that want to see it. I won't talk to you about what I know about it, but it's very interesting. But Roswell's a very interesting place with a lot of people that would like to know what's going on.
So you're saying you may declassify? Oh. You'll take it?
Well, I'll have to think about that one. Right?
Yeah, so that's that. I'll keep this rolling. Again, angels are extraterrestrials. This guy's point of orientation is Mars. He used to be Julius Caesar. And, you know, in the Nudnik department, you might be looking at the real thing here. He might have got briefed up and like, oh, okay. Have I had enough cups of coffee? It's interesting. You know, what does he know? What did you assess from that little tease? So, at any rate, in a final expose of madness, let me get to my other thing here. This is Kushner. I didn't include the picture of he and his wife strolling along. This is dated December 2021, and it says, Kushner, a former top aide to Trump, who's married to Ivanka, formed Affinity Partners Miami last summer, stepping away from politics, began raising money. I think he said $3 billion of vapor dollars, but hey, there's enough sludge money running around, I guess. So what's he want to do? Now, please, this guy's got the patents for RFIDs. To my knowledge, he still runs FEMA. Haven't seen any withdrawal from that. Step away from politics. And look what he's planning and investing in. Let me give you the name Bill Gates. And when he started looking for proxy management humans for opportunities, he went to those places to get them. India, Africa, Middle East, and other parts of Asia. That's what this guy Jared Kushner, sees for investment opportunities. Now he's got tags and chips and stuff for humans that work. And he wants international expansion for those opportunities, for the leftovers after whatever's done is done. We have secondary orders of effect that need to be hooked up to the investment opportunities that he has the e-tech to French fry all kinds of different kind of foods. So you can call it a food investment opportunity. Jared Kushner, an American and Israeli company. See, that's the partnership. Don't you know that would be it? And Donald's fully, it's his daughter, for goodness sakes. Look at the name. A top aide to Trump, who's married to Ivanka. So I'm not lying. And this was in the Jerusalem Post, December 21st, I believe, 2021, all the way a couple of weeks ago. And they're also actively cooking on the Third Temple and the $50 billion bulldozer money for Gaza to invest in that. So, anyway. Yeah, we're back. I've come back down to third density after I was just off. I was given access to the other side, and I pierced the veil without actually watching TV. Somehow I did it. For you, the viewer, for the listener, for the decision maker that's still saying, guy's just what a good channel I'd subscribe to. I know he's only got, he pushes 62 on a good video, but he's telling it. He's happy to tell it. I'll continue to tell it. And I'm going to enjoy every single moment I feel like I'm denying the rest of the world the love that they need by keeping you guys posted on Donald and Jared and what they're doing. And it's still happening out there. And in the full Disney, like they're waving like the Pope. Because they're off to see the wizard, the looks on their faces on the pictures. It's sort of like, hey, don't you people realize that we're still in charge? And they appear happy. Now, Trump, whatever body double was cranking along in AZ, woo! I don't know. What did I see about a meeting with Kushner and Kanye West? I'm going to tell you where we're at. Because Kanye was with, that's Astro World country, I think. More or less, because it's Kardashian connectivity. You gotta just connect these dots of, connecting dots. Imagine trying to quantumize that one from points of origin. Woohoo! Yippee-ki-yo-ki. Orion's belt. Let me go head on and be Kanye. We need some soul tapestry on that Twitcher. Back on forth with him. An intellectually advanced superstition coming out of Kanye West. And he will sing that song to back it up right before he interrupts. Who got interrupted? Beyonce and Tweety Bird, what's her name? The blonde. Self-producer. Pixar, what's her face? I'm not gonna get it. Not coming to me. You know who I'm talking about, though. Oh, it's right there. Twyla. It's right there. Can't get it. You know it, though. I'll try and talk about something else. There's nothing else to talk about. I'm up to speed. Trump, Kushner, got it. Yeah! She's not giving it to me. The blonde girl that was the producer, Disney, seemed to be standing on her own. Kanye jumped on the microphone. And it was a disturbing scene for Hollywood. I was very upset myself. I almost changed the channel. I think. I don't remember. I might have been drinking in those days. I don't even know what country it was in. Does not matter. Remember, when you meditate, include love in your heart. Your heart gets so big and blasting, and Glaxenberry blasting, that there's a resonance. It's sort of drunken, and it's fun. Twain. That's her last name. Mark Twain. Shania Twain? Her. The blonde. I came close. I'm giving myself an A-. It's a pass-fail world. I passed because I got Twain. Her. Twain. Yes. And love. All things. Give us a best version, Donald. Just throw it out there. Tell us the rest of the truth. He used the word interesting. Did you hear him use the word interesting about the ETs? He found the ETs interesting and he smirked. And Wilfred B. Trump got to ask him the question. Edward Wolfgang Trump. Just want to know, full fang, Daddy. Tell us about the... Who'd he get? That monster character got Fox News' left chair. What's her name? Shania Twain. That's what the first one's name is. Now I got to work on a new one. She's got bigger teeth than her, and I like Kimberly Guilfoyle. Say that 3 times fast. What's her universal point of origin? Where in the name of goodness gracious gravy, universal traveling wanderer, does a Guilfoyle gill from? Where does a Guilfoyle gill from? If it could Guilfoyle, where would it gill from? She handles herself very well on the 5. Now the woman is Dana. She is strikingly Bush secretary. Oh, those girls are wrapped so tight, you can't mess with them. We're talking full Pleiadian virile. That's her. She probably is the girl who interviewed with... I want people to do some matching of the long-haired girl who is in the pictures from the virile. And do some matching with Dana. Dana. Just see what you think. Close enough. A little bit of blonde. Straight as an arrow press guy for Bush so you can be in the meeting. You gotta be represented in the meeting, don't you see? He needs a virile. The press secretaries are the connectivity to the real world. Ground control of Major Tom. Dana, the centerpiece there. Go match her. Somewhere in between holding a pineal gland and a long-haired virile. Somewhere in between the piercing eagle stare of egoic mastery. Because she's quite pristine. Dana. Yes. Amongst very, very funny, wise people. And you just hope none of them are on the rotation to Mars. Because those people are hopeless. They're checking out of their adamant particle outfit. And I find it, the more time that goes by, the more time I'm going to have to perturbate on it. And it's just going to lead to, cheerleading of please don't. And I don't want to have to cry when I want to keep my videos short. I don't want them to burn out. They're going to burn out somehow. They're going for the picture to be on the cartoon character of load me. No, because it's people. Load me up in the cannon. You know that circus act where Super Dave Osborne takes off his helmet and just, what can you say? 5G's up his head with magnetic crap and just the towers are coming out. Now they're going to do this to us, so I'm just giving it back to them in advance in a funnier kind of way. Because they're coming at a disembodied Halloween of what kind of costume are you wearing when you check out of your human suit? How do you port that over in a upper level management now? This is not, Genghis Khan has got to be coming on the rotation. He's been working in the supply room now, and the supplies on Mars just have to come. So that guy will come and he'll be a real, what a blessing for him to crash down on one final. I hope he gets a run at it. Genghis Khan. Come on, if you're on CNN and you're Geraldo, you better be mapped into where Genghis Khan is dropping in. Because then we'll get to meet him. And he's going to be pissed. The guy's been working supply room details up there. They got snatched up on Mercury when they sent them out to do the Bearded Wonder pickup on Mercury. They got caught. Messed them up. His FedEx got Mars-X'd. And he's just not taking it. We're not hearing about him. He's feeding he's the supply sergeant in prison. Now this guy's an empire builder because I happen to know that they're masters of the species that are required to do the job, because you have Sam Drucker, who just explains it to people about how it is, and then order is kept in a supply room where people need sheets. He pulls it off. He's an empire guy. Genghis Khan. I'm just letting you know. We all know supply sergeants from the supply room. He was one, but should he not, if it's his incarnation? Now he's called out by name, Genghis Khan, as the personality that is stagnant thereof in the vibration of 3D, is functional in what sounds to me to be a human. So I am I'm challenged in terms of his longevity. We'd need to go see when in the Dickens did the man incarnate to be hanging around the way he is. I'm just saying, because that's how my resonance resonates. I'm going to ask my friend Sam that question, just to ask him in a very simple way. I hope he watches this. I hope, Sam, I hope you watch my stuff. Okay, enough. Much love. Content provided. Content provider. Love, peace, warrior, out.